Hey guys, want to start off Act 2. This is the prologue and Scene 1, and this is a real simple reading today. Hopefully this works out so that you can focus on the study guide, which 16 of you are already done with. Wow. I assumed that would take a couple days. So anyway, those that are done, yay you. Those are not, get it done. But today we're starting off Act 2 with a prologue. And the prologue again is like a movie preview. And in this prologue, basically it just sums up what Act 1 was, that this little budding couple has now met. They met at the party, and they don't really know what's going to happen. They're both confused because they realize that they are in love with their enemy, and that's not really a good thing. So anyway, Act 2 begins, and the scene 1 for Act 2 is actually right after the party. Romeo and his friends have left the party, but Romeo breaks away from the group. He, as Mercutio says, gave them the slip. He basically ditched his buddies and cousin. He's confused. He went from being totally in love with this girl Rosaline to being totally in love with this girl named Juliet, who's a Capulet. Oh crap. And basically he just doesn't even know what to think. Remember, this whole play has only been a day so far. That's crazy. The whole thing starts, I believe it's on a Sunday, and that's the fight at the bazaar, or the outdoor market, whatever you want to call it, and then the all the warring between the two families that happened that day, the prince showing up, the plans for Juliet to be wooed at the party. We have no idea if Paris got to see Juliet. By the way, if you watched the scene from the Leonardo DiCaprio version, Paris was the doofy astronaut, also known as Paul Rudd, the actor. It's kind of a surprise because that movie came out a long time ago, and that actor wasn't Ant-Man yet or whatever. So anyway, it's kind of fun to see him in that role. But we don't know if he wooed Juliet. Sounds like Romeo did the wooing. Anyway, so as we break off in this is now the next morning, early, like 2 in the morning. And Romeo has given his guys the slip, and he's basically hiding from them. They didn't see where he went, and so they're wandering the streets, sounding pretty rowdy and yelling out Romeo and just kind of carrying on. They can't find him, and Benvolio and Mercutio are like, you know what, whatever. I'm too tired. Let's go home. I need some sleep. And that's essentially Act 1, Act 2, Scene 1. Romeo is making his way through some trees, not realizing that he hadn't even really left the. Maybe he did. Maybe he completely did leave the Capulet mansion. But Act 2 has Romeo. Sorry, I keep saying that wrong. Scene 2 of Act 2 has Romeo sneaking back in to the Capulet's home, and he's going to go do a little spying on Juliet at like 2 in the morning. Now, just to put this in perspective, Romeo, you'll recall in Act 1, hadn't slept all night. He had been wallowing about Rosaline and how sad he was, and then he saw the fighting amongst his family and the Capulet family, and he just was so sad and kind of depressed. So anyway, Romeo didn't sleep that whole night. And here we are the next night, and Romeo hasn't slept all night again. So he's sleep deprived. He's probably running on fumes, but those fumes are fueled by love because he met Juliet and he's so enraptured with her. Um, yeah, we'll just only do this reading today, and again, this is to help you kind of catch up and get that study guide done. I've opened it up so you can turn it in multiple ways. Hopefully that will help you. I prefer PDF. I prefer, Microsoft Word, but at this point, I just need to be flexible. But whatever you do, let's get it done. Um, Hope everything's going well for you. Be safe, and we'll see you on day 6.